Why people miss you more at certain times, the deep psychology behind longing. Have you ever wondered why someone seems to miss you more at certain times? Maybe it's an old friend who suddenly reaches out, an ex who starts looking at your social media, or even a family member who seems to think about you more during specific moments. Missing someone isn't always random. It's deeply tied to psychology, emotions, and even habits. There are specific reasons why people start longing for you, reasons that go beyond just nostalgia. Let's explore the hidden forces that make people miss you more at certain times. 1. The void in their routine when you're not there anymore. Human beings are creatures of habit. We get used to certain people being in our lives, even in the smallest ways. Maybe you always sent them a good morning text. Maybe you had coffee together every weekend. Maybe you were the one who checked up on them when no one else did. Then one day, you stop. At first, they may not notice it. They may be too busy, too distracted, or even too proud to acknowledge your absence. But over time, their routine feels different. A certain moment in their day feels incomplete. That's when they realize something is missing, you. Psychologists say that when a habit is formed with someone, the brain creates a neural connection. When that connection is suddenly broken, the mind starts searching for what's missing. This is why people often miss you the most during the times when they expect you to be there. They don't just miss you randomly. They miss you when their routine reminds them of the space you once occupied. 2. Distance amplifies longing, the absence effect. Have you ever noticed that people start valuing you more when you're not around? It's a common human tendency. We don't always appreciate what's in front of us. But the moment something is taken away, its value increases. This is called the absence effect in psychology. When you're physically close to someone, they might take your presence for granted. But the moment you distance yourself, whether emotionally or physically, their mind starts to focus on what they've lost. Imagine you move to a different city, take a break from social media, or stop initiating conversations. At first, people might not react. But over time, they start to feel your absence in small, unexpected ways. This is why people often miss you more when you create space. It forces them to recognize what they had and what they no longer do. 3. Shared memories, when the past comes alive. Certain memories are like time machines. They take people back to a moment when you were there. Maybe they walk past a coffee shop where you both used to sit for hours. Maybe they hear a song that reminds them of late-night conversations with you. Maybe they see an old picture and suddenly, a wave of nostalgia hits them. Psychologists call this associative memory, when objects, places, or sounds trigger strong emotional responses. These responses can be so powerful that they make people feel as if they are reliving the past. So, when someone suddenly starts missing you, it's often because something reminded them of a moment you once shared. They're not just missing you, they're missing the feeling they had when you were around. 4. Emotional reflection, when silence speaks the loudest. People tend to reflect on their lives the most during certain moments. Late at night when they are alone. During long car rides. On birthdays or special occasions. After watching an emotional movie. When they experience a failure or setback. These are the moments when their mind slows down and emotions rise to the surface. In these quiet times, people start to think about the relationships that truly mattered to them. If you once played an important role in their life, whether as a friend, a lover, or even just someone who made them feel understood, your absence will hit them the hardest during these reflective moments. This is why people tend to miss you more during times of solitude and emotional vulnerability. 5. Unexpected triggers, when life brings you back to their mind. Sometimes, people don't actively think about missing you, it just happens. They could be going about their day, completely focused on something else, when suddenly, an unexpected trigger brings you back to their mind. They hear someone say your name in a crowd. They see someone who looks like you. They read a book or watch a movie with a character that reminds them of you. They accidentally stumble upon an old text conversation with you. These little moments stir emotions without warning, making them realize just how much they miss you. 6. Regret and unfinished conversations, the what if effect. One of the strongest reasons people miss you is regret. Maybe they didn't appreciate you when they had the chance. Maybe they walked away too soon. Maybe they hurt you, and now they wish they could undo it. Regret creates a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik effect, which states that unfinished conversations and unresolved emotions stick in the mind longer than completed ones. If you left their life without closure, their mind will keep coming back to the last moment they had with you, replaying it over and over again. This is why people sometimes miss you even years later. Their mind keeps returning to the things they wish they had said, or the things they wish they hadn't. 7. Your emotional impact, why they can't forget you. At the core of everything, people don't just miss your presence. They miss how you made them feel. If you made them feel loved, they will miss your warmth. If you made them feel safe, they will miss your protection. If you made them laugh, they will miss your joy. If you made them feel understood, they will miss your deep conversations. This is why even if they try to move on, even if they act like they don't care, even if they stay silent, the emotions you left behind will always bring them back to you in some way. Final thoughts, why this matters. If someone misses you, it's not just because of nostalgia. It's because you left a lasting impression on their heart and mind. People don't miss everyone. They miss the ones who made an impact. So, the next time you wonder why someone is thinking about you more at certain times, remember this. They miss you when their routine feels incomplete. They miss you when distance makes them realize your value. They miss you when a memory brings you back. They miss you during quiet moments of reflection. They miss you when an unexpected trigger reminds them of you. They miss you when regret makes them question their choices. They miss you because of how you made them feel. Even if they never say it, even if they never reach out, your presence is still with them. And that's the power of the connections we create in life. Your presence is never truly forgotten. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Don't Give Up. Let's continue exploring life's challenges and insights together.